Hello, and very happy to see you again on the Sussex Daily News Channel version 2. This video, we give you new shocking details revealed from Women's Day magazine. Unhappy Harry fled from Meghan. He didn't look back. With his head down and a sense of urgency in his hurried steps, Prince Harry boarded a private jet out of Los Angeles International Airport on a top-secret early morning flight bound for England's private Farnborough Airport. It is believed he was alone, leaving his wife, the Duchess of Sussex, and 13-month-old son Archie at their rented mansion in Beverly Hills. While the sighting, first revealed by anonymous royal blog Harry Markle and later spreading across Twitter, remained unconfirmed as Women's Day went to press, locals near Windsor Castle tell us there is movement at Frogmore Cottage. An exclusive source says, "You can sort of see it from the street and there are lights on occasionally. Harry could be in there or possibly their staff." If the 35-year-old has left Los Angeles, it's an ambitious move, as borders remain shut between the US and England. Depending on his visa status, he may face a battle to get back to Los Angeles, an insider says. The situation in the US is volatile, with President Trump changing visa requirements often. Harry may find himself barred until pandemic travel restrictions are lifted. And given how bad things are in America right now, that could last until well into next year. Whatever his reasoning was for going home, it must be incredibly important. Making the situation even more mysterious is the fact that Meghan and Harry have remained very quiet on social media of late. They even failed to post on the recent US and UK Father's Day. There was a flood of royal pictures released to mark the special occasion. But Harry and Meghan, who usually never miss an opportunity to release an arty picture, remained silent, says a longtime royal watcher. This comes after months of reports that Meghan was worried her husband wasn't taking to life in Hollywood. She has to be blindsided by him leaving like this. It can't have been planned, as you literally can't plan travel like this, as restrictions are changing all the time, says a friend. She must be desperately worried that he won't come back. It's no secret that he isn't loving Los Angeles. He misses friends, he feels too far away to sort out the rift with his family, plus their life there is nothing like Meghan had promised when they hatched their plan to move to her hometown. So far, they have been stuck in isolation, have failed to get their nonprofit Archwell charity off the ground, and she is yet to score a big acting role to get money coming in. Sneaking off like this in the middle of a city gripped by a pandemic and racial tensions, and leaving his wife and child behind in a home where they're already having security issues, is not usually the action of a happy husband who has so many times sworn to protect his family. Something very serious must be afoot. Indeed, an insider also revealed, luxuries aside, it must be an extreme culture shock for Harry, and much seedier and sleazier than anything he could have ever imagined. Even under the best of scenarios, nothing is ever what we imagined or expected it to be. And I have no doubt that this is astonishingly true for Hollywood Harry. His situation is entirely of his own making, but it can't be too comfortable to be isolated on lockdown in a foreign city, one that couldn't be geographically farther away or more completely opposite to everything he's ever known, and essentially squatting in a mansion by the good graces of someone he barely knows, without the support of his family and friends, surrounded only by his scheming wife's sorry little circle of superficial, sycophantic hangers-on. This source continues, he might have a friend and brief reprieve in Archie or the dogs, but I highly doubt this is what he signed up for at his nuptials 2 years ago, and the whole situation sounds like a waking nightmare to me. What does he do all day except maybe sit around getting stoned with his mother-in-law? Paranoically dodging paparazzi and drones whenever he does venture out, and wringing his hands in trepidation of the inevitable fallout and disgrace being brought about in his family and native country by his wife's wretched schemes. Our source added, surely by now the novelty and infatuation have well worn off, and he must see the woman he's married for who she really is. And, as in the movie It's a Wonderful Life, he's being gifted with a chance to see just how good his life really was in the UK. Hopefully the joy of his infant son and the natural beauty of the California coast will sustain him until he can hatch an escape plan, but I can't see him staying in Los Angeles indefinitely. Meanwhile, a royal fan from Quora, Deanna Eppers, also shared her opinion about Meghan's political plot. She said, "One glaring thing would keep Meghan out of politics right now, and that's her royal titles. To run for political office in the United States, one must renounce all foreign titles of nobility. That's part of our Constitution. So Meghan would have to permanently drop her HRH and the Duchess, Countess, and Baroness titles. I don't think Meghan wants to drop them just yet, as I think her earning potential hinges on remaining a royal. I believe Meghan isn't thinking of running for any political office just yet, but I wouldn't rule it out. I think we're reading puff pieces being sent out through one of her PR firms. It keeps Meghan's name in the news, in the face of the book by Lady C that came out yesterday, so it keeps Meghan looking good. Positive news surrounding Meghan is necessary to keep her devoted fans in a position to buy her products and clamor to hear her speak at events. I believe Meghan, the optimist, will take a stab at using her royalty and try to earn money, even if it does mean using her HRH. Why? Wouldn't Queen Elizabeth immediately take the titles away? No, I think the Queen is willing to wait for next 31 March 2021 to see if Harry and Meghan are behaving and agreeing to the terms of their leaving. If not, titles fly away. If so, they keep what they have and soldier on. Which grants Meghan a little bit of time if she wants to try and sell royalty, but a few things are impeding any progress she and Harry had when they left the royals. The pandemic hit, and it's not going away. In fact, here in the US, due to bars opening, beachgoers not wearing masks or being socially distant, the virus is hitting younger people at astoundingly high rates. Meghan's target audience tends toward young girls in their teens, some in their 20s, black girls and women in the 50s and older. This demographic is completely besotted with Meghan, if they don't dislike her, since Meghan divides people. If Meghan can talk to these groups, she will make money for a time. Speaking about her experience as a royal would bring in lots of fans, but once told, who would wish to hear it again, unless Meghan can craft a series of stories? I believe she may even try her hand at keeping Sussex Royal alive. It's still alive and well. Meghan just used that letterhead last week, Sussex Royal, the one Harry and Meghan agreed never to use again. That was a blatant violation. And for those who cry she had no other stationery, I reply, take a plain sheet of ivory paper and write on that. Not the coronet crown with the H&M style together, no, but Meghan just tried it out. And did she get a slap back from the Queen? Nope, nothing. That's why I don't believe Meghan is going to run for office anytime soon. She and Harry might try to push at using their Sussex Royal, especially since their Archwell trademarks did not pass inspection. On purpose, perhaps? They didn't sign the trademark application for one section. Who does that when there are only 8 or 9 since they made it confusing parts on which to write one signature? If Harry and Meghan were desperate for Archwell to work, they would have been as attentive as they have been with Sussex Royal. This tells me that their Instagram account, Sussex Royal, is still out there with 11 million followers just waiting for a new post. Will that happen in the pandemic? What if Prince Philip passes away and the Queen is diverted? Will they roll out Sussex Royal in the middle of a UK royal changeover? I'm not saying it will happen, but knowing Harry and Meghan and what they have done, isn't it within the realm of possibility? You know the answer to that question. Archwell is on the back burner per Meghan's friends, aka Meghan herself. This leaves Black Lives Matter on the table for her and Harry, and I believe he is thoroughly devoted to keeping this marriage working, no matter what, so Harry would be on board with defying the rules around Sussex Royal. If they completely close their Instagram account with that name, then I believe they will never use that moniker. Until then, Meghan will keep her titles and her HRH. She used her HRH in Archie's lawsuit against the Splash Photo Agency. It's the same agency that took the embarrassing photos of Meghan's father in Mexico trying to get in shape. Meghan has worked with Splash in the past, but Archie is suing them for a breach of privacy. And Meghan uses her HRH in the filing. Interesting, no? If the whole ex-royal thing doesn't work for her, Meghan will drop her titles if she chooses to run for political office. By the way, Meghan is already raising eyebrows the world over due to her political leanings in Black Lives Matter. It is a political group. They have a website, and royals can't issue political statements nor wear anything that shows their political leanings. Thus, the reason why Prince Charles and Prince William haven't said anything about their views on the movement. Meghan is stepping a toe over the line in several different instances. I think it is quite deliberate. I see no repercussions and as such think Meghan will try selling her royalty rather than being a mayor. Even reaching for the presidency would be tough. That's for another day. And you? What do you think about this opinion in my video? Please let me know in the comment section below and we can discuss. If you loved my channel, remember to like my videos and subscribe. Now goodbye and see you in the next video.
It was great that Harry could live with Meghan for 2 long years. Shame lingered, and unable to speak for himself, he put pressure on later work to put pressure on his family. And it is also Harry's experience that helps him understand that he must be more attentive and get rid of the guys of his family, especially his father Prince Charles. Human endurance is limited, and Harry will one day return to being like the man before.